Kris, it's so nice to have you here. I know very little about what you call essential oils and aromatic skincare products, but I understand you teach classes actually across the country, don't you?
I do, hoping to be across the world sometime soon. I've been teaching classes for about 15 years. I started in the business about 18 years ago, and at that time nobody knew what aromatherapy was, and so it was kind of as a result of that that I needed to start teaching classes. So I just made sure everything smelled really good that I made, and then they'd get the benefit of aromatherapy anyway. And aromatherapy's been used for tens of thousands of years, if not longer, and really they're the extracts of fruits and flowers and seeds and plants and barks and all sorts of different plants in nature. Not every plant has an essential oil. The easiest one to talk about is an orange, for example. If you ever cook with either oranges or lemons and you take some of the lemon zest, if you feel it afterwards, it's kind of oily.
It's oily.
That's the essential oil.
That's where that comes from.
That's where it comes from. But then there's certain things like lavender, for example, or rosemary. They are actually harvested or cultivated crops, and so they are steam distilled.
So that comes from the plant itself?
From the plant
blossom?
itself, exactly. From the blossom. Some of them have the leaves in it, like there's something called petit grain, which we'll talk about. And petit grain is actually the leaves of the orange tree. So, and there's one we'll talk about a little bit later called petit grain souffleur, and so that actually has the neroli or orange blossom flowers and then the leaves as well.
So it's a combination.
It's a combination. There's not very many of those. So aromatic skincare started many years ago for me because I had very bad acne when I was in high school, and so when I was 18 I thought I'm going to really devote myself to skincare. So it's one of my specialties. I love it. And when I moved to New Mexico 6 years ago, what I found is that everything started flaking. My hair was turning dry, my face, my whole body. So I developed a formula similar to this that had all very moisturizing oils and for what we like to call mature skin. And mature skin can be anybody that's been out in the sun. So even if you're a teenager, you can have mature skin.
And so you were talking about how dry it is here, but actually there are essential oil combinations that work for people anywhere.
And you know, this does, because even in places that are humid during the summer, during the winter, they're dry as well. So this is particularly for, I would say, any skin type. Maybe not really oily skin, but I would say mature, dry, sensitive, normal skin. And I use this on my hair and my face and my body. So I use it twice a day on my facial skin. I like to use rose water, so I spray a little rose water, and then of course you lift up from the décolleté and go like that. And then I use it on my hair usually once or twice a week because I found my hair was getting really dry. And one of the ways I like to use it the most is put a hot towel that is wet, except for the ends, in a microwave for about 3 minutes. After you put this on, you put it all over your hair, and then it's like a hot oil treatment. But you have to leave the ends dry because otherwise it'll be burning hot on your hands when you take it out of the microwave. So, so you have to do
learned
that.
Through experience, I can
Exactly,
tell.
I did.
Well, let's go ahead and see how you would actually make a potion.
Okay, so this potion is like I said, for dry, mature skin. This one is carrot, which is really interesting. And I'm going to put a little bit on the bladder stick for you just to smell the carrot separately, which is kind of interesting. And it doesn't really smell like carrot per se. It's from the seed of the carrot, so it's a little bit interesting. And then the coffee beans are, when you're doing a number of different oils, it helps you cleanses your palate like a sorbet between courses. And carrot is extremely moisturizing. It's said to be anti-cancer. It's got a lot of vitamin C in it. Very good for scarring. It's just one of the best oils that you can use in skincare. Now this one is sandalwood. And you'll see that comes out very thick. That actually is, I'll tell you what each one, I'll tell you what each one comes from. So the carrot that we just talked about comes from the seed, and the sandalwood actually comes from the bark. Oh. And so this one I'm putting 7 drops in.
So this combination, once you get all of these mixed, I mean, there's nothing else. There's not a mixer ingredient in it. These are
I'm sorry. Yes, there is.
There will be?
Yeah, it's jojoba oil and rosehip seed oil.
Oh, okay.
So jojoba is good because it's a liquid wax and it doesn't go rancid. And it's the same pH as your skin. So it's one of the preferred bases, and it's also, it's a liquid wax, and so it doesn't go rancid. So that's the sandalwood. So we put in the drops of sandalwood.